If you're thinking about running a marathon in 2023, you're in the right place, because a lot of videos and online articles will give information as if you are already a fairly regular runner. But what about the people who are starting from absolute scratch and don't even know where to begin? We are going to tell you that A, you can run a marathon even if you are currently not even able to run to the end of the block, and B, you need the advice of what training to do before you actually get into a proper training plan. You need to know how to get started from absolute scratch safely, inexpensively, without a huge time commitment, and from somebody who understands what it's like to start from zero with nothing more than an eager attitude, a little bit of fear, but a big desire to accomplish something really cool in a marathon. And that's what we're going to give you today with this complete beginner's guide to running a marathon. What's up, Motivator? My name is Taryn. When ordinary people want to accomplish something extraordinary in endurance sports, they choose Motive training plans. Let's do it. When I first started running, I was not a natural runner whatsoever. I got shin splints and lower back pain almost instantly. I could only run the length of about one house at a time. I didn't have any of the gear, and I didn't know anyone who could help me. But over the years, I became a pretty decent runner, finishing 17th overall in our biggest local half marathon, and I ran a 3:24 full marathon in the very first Ironman distance triathlon I ever did. I never became an amazing runner, but I got to be pretty darn okay after being somebody who is the definition of not being built for running. So I understand what it takes to get started on the right path. And the path that I'm going to send you on now will be one that will get you to being able to run 30 minutes, maybe not super fast, although continuously, without injuries, and with a hell of a lot of confidence that you can take on that big race that you want. First things first, let's talk about the only piece of equipment you need to get started: running shoes. Literally everything else can wait until after you've built up the ability to run. If you've ever gone into a running store to get sized up for shoes, you know the experience where somebody gets you to walk back and forth and then tells you that you need a specifically built up pair of motion control or stability control or overpronation shoes with a pair of insoles. Don't believe them. Studies have proven that when runners are just starting out, the best shoe for them is a shoe that gets you to move in whatever your natural range of motion is, not something that tries to change your range of motion. This will allow your foot to develop the strength and durability it needs to for running without having to fight through some unnatural range of motion. The shoe you want is a neutral shoe with 7 to 10 ounces of weight and 8 millimeters or less heel to toe drop. Simple as that. To find these shoes, you can go to a website like Running Warehouse, we have no affiliation to them, and punch in those parameters to find whatever inexpensive shoes you like the looks of. Done. Equipment solved. Next, you need a Learn to Run program. For this, you can certainly use something like a Couch to 5K, but I think those plans create a very mediocre runner that tends to slog through races very painfully, and I think it can be improved upon as follows. Commit to going out to run 3 times a week for 20 to 30 minutes each time. This will make sure you have rest days in between every single run. If you still want something to do on those rest days, do strength training, which we'll talk about in a second. On those run days, we'll keep the same structure that all good Learn to Run programs use: walk, run. But instead of prescribing some arbitrary duration of running 30 seconds and then walking 60 seconds, I'll say to run however much you're capable of. If that's 30 seconds, great. If it's 60 seconds, great. 2 minutes, great. 10 seconds, great. Whatever it is, run that duration and keep that duration in mind. Then walk 2 times that duration. So if you can start by running 1 minute continuously, you'll walk for 2 minutes. Do this for 30 minutes throughout the workout, 3 times per week, and you're done. But every second run, I want you to increase the amount of running that you do by a little bit and decrease the amount of walking that you do by a little bit. So change the amount you run and walk every second workout, and within several weeks, you'll be running more than you're walking. But we won't stop there. There are a couple of things we can do to really build the ability to run well and not suffer through running. Once per week, I want you to start your run intervals with 10 seconds of really fast run sprinting, pushing as fast as you possibly can. Then for the rest of that run interval, do it at a very easy jog. So for the example of the person who is running 60 seconds in their run intervals, you'll start with 10 seconds of fast sprinting and then easy jog for 50 seconds. This will teach your running muscles to activate, recruiting a lot more muscle fibers and building the neuromuscular connection between your brain and your running muscles. This will teach your body to do this after a lifetime of not being able to run. In the other 2 runs throughout the week, during the run intervals, I want you to run with very quick feet, counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, alongside every foot strike. This will keep you from slogging through running with really bad form that won't ever feel good and will invite injuries. Next, we need to build up some of the muscles used in running to avoid those injuries that most new runners get: shin splints, foot pain, knee pain, and lower back pain. Shin splints and foot pain can be minimized by making everything below our knee more flexible and stronger. You do this by stretching the calf muscles, but not just in one direction like most people recommend, but in a side-to-side motion as well, so that you're getting complete mobility in your entire lower leg and your ankle. Then you strengthen your lower leg by walking on the inside, outside, the toes, and the heels of your feet, going 20 steps forward and 20 steps back. You can do this just first thing in the morning. Finally, to strengthen your shins, loop a stretchy band around something that's fixed and then pull it towards yourself. You can even do this while sitting at your desk working throughout the day. Next, remember when I said that you can add in any strength workouts that you want to do on the days that you aren't running? Well, this is where we address lower back pain and knee pain, which often comes up because of an unstable core. And the best blanket answer I've ever found for strengthening these areas of the glute med, of the abdominals, of all of the connecting muscles in and around the hips and the pelvis is by doing light strength training with kettlebells. The reason for this being that the center of mass of a kettlebell is away from the handle, not in the center of your hand where you're grabbing it. So this pulls you off balance, requiring you to activate your core to stay stable. Just about every single movement that you can do with a kettlebell is going to force you to be a little bit more stable, activating that core, reducing the likelihood of those lower back pains and knee pains that happen to so many new runners. You can follow workout videos online and also include one of our videos at the end of this video that you can use. After doing those things, your body will have developed the ability to run in your natural range of motion. You will also have built up the cardio endurance to be able to run continuously for 30 minutes or more. And finally, you will have strengthened the areas that most new runners have problems with that prevent them from running. You will have built the foundation that everyone needs to start with before being able to withstand a run training plan, and now you can move on to running a 5K, a 10K, half marathon, or even a marathon with a well-designed training plan. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you want more weekly training tips designed specifically to help ordinary people accomplish something extraordinary in endurance sports. Hit the notification bell to not miss out on our weekly videos when they come out. And finally, as promised, click the video on the screen now if you want a kettlebell workout designed specifically for the needs of offsetting the imbalances and injuries that are common to endurance athletes. Later, motivators.